Chainsaw Man!
Get your archive up if it isn't, David.
It is now
Chainsaw
up.
Man again!
Chainsaw Man again!
Listen, just in case, because on the off chance that my laptop crashes, we have him filming in another location. It's like a fucking secret, like, database that you'll never find.
Uh-huh, yeah. It's called my shitty ghetto apartment.
But you'll never find, you'd never expect it. Uh-huh. When you walk into the fucking ghetto apartment and you see heroin needles on the ground, you're like, nah, David of Controlled Chaos would never live here. He's too high status. Oh, God, I could go darker. I could start talking about your family life and your parents, but I won't.
Red, no, let's not. Let's
not bad. Also, I'm pretty sure you've shat on both your parents in videos before. So
I have.
I've shit on mine.
Uh-huh. But it's the holidays. Let's try and be civil.
The holidays where we pretend to love our family, right?
Right.
I love it. But you know what we love more than our family? Chainsaw Man.
What an intro this has been. This has been a fucking adventure.
When I die and go to heaven, God's going to be like, well, you know, you were going to get to heaven, but then you said you liked a Japanese manga series over your family, and I just, that was a lot of demerits.
Oh,
damn.
You get what you fucking deserve, Rad.
Thanks for the Joker reference, God.
Yes.
All right. So, I love this chapter. It goes right back to that good old Chainsaw Man, just like emotions and feels that I love. You know, like, I like chapters like this where it's very silent and like the visuals tell the story, you know?
Right.
Like, obviously there's dialogue, but there are parts that are just, it's just like I could just see it in the anime, like this, like I would assume like beautiful solemn music playing while this is happening.
And we lost Red.
Oh, you may notice that the first part of this video sounds slightly different than this, and that's because my computer crashed, and now we're back to mine, and we had to, sorry, my cough fucking distracted me. We had to use David's backup, which we talked about, ironically. It's a whole fucking thing. Let's talk about Chainsaw Man.
All right, so before we were so rudely interrupted by your wonderful laptop that needs to go out to pasture.
Hey, man, if you got me a new one, I would be able to do that.
Maybe one day.
Cool. I would be in your debt forever, and probably like your sex slave if you want.
No. That's not necessary. There's no need to prostitute yourself.
I mean, for a brand new like laptop. I'm a millennial, David. I have no self-worth.
It hurts how accurate that is.
So, what do you think about this chapter, David? I love it. It was a lot more personal, slowed down from the epic crazy battle. We got some moments where, you know, I guess I'll just start getting into it. We see Denji using his power in a unique way, which is what we needed to see. Using the chainsaw chains to wrap her around, and then it didn't lead to, like, a really violent thing like I was expecting it to. It led to, like, a really wholesome moment where they just kind of, like... This actually got me emotional, I'll be honest. Because he wraps her up, they fall into the water, and he thinks back to when she was teaching them to swim, you know? Yeah. And obviously there was probably like a long segment there that we didn't even see where, and I'm not even going dirty with it, like they probably had like some just good old fashioned fun, you know, in that pool, just talking to each other, talking about wanting to run away, yada yada, right? And one of the themes of this chunk of the story here is how much of what they went through there was real. You know what I mean?
Yep.
How much did she mean, if any? She claims that she didn't mean any. She's like, really? You still think that any of that was real? It's called acting, right? But like Denji and me, from reading that part, it felt real. It felt special. And that's a testament to how good this author is at writing these kind of scenes. But like, I love that moment where they wash up on the beach and they just have a moment where it's like, I don't know, they're confused. Because like clearly she works for the Gun Devil. She wants to get his heart. But at this point, she's not killing him. She could. And Denji brings this up too. It's like, you could have killed me. There's so many times you could have just killed me. But you strung it along. You played it along. So it's like, there's something weird going on there. And this chapter ends with him being like, that cafe, show up there. I'll be there at this time. If you show up, we'll run away together. And then if you don't, then I know you meant it and you don't actually feel any of those things. It reminds me of you ever heard that song "Tie a Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree"?
Mm-hmm.
And that was a song about like a guy coming back from the war, and he was riding a bus past his like old home, like where his wife lived, and he was like, "Listen, I know I've been gone for a long time, but sorry, my voice is still. I'm just consistently sick during the winter. It never goes away." But so he's been gone for like probably like I don't even know how many years, but long enough for him to wonder like, "Ooh, will she still love me? It's been so long." So he sends a letter in advance like, "Hey, tie a yellow ribbon around that old oak tree in the front of the house. If you tie that ribbon, then I'll know that you want me back. If I don't see the ribbon, I'll just keep riding on by the bus, right? Or on the bus." Denji here is kind of like, all right, well, let's see if you mean it or not. I'm going to show up there, and then if you do, then I'll know that maybe you do have those feelings, and you're just bullshitting yourself. And if you don't, then all right, we'll move on with our lives. And that's awesome to me. And not only is that feely, but also, if they do run away together, Makima is gonna be pissed. And Makima's gonna kill she's gonna be out for blood, because that's something she's been on this whole time. It's like, no, you're my dog. I use you for the job, and if you ever fucking betray me, or betray this fucking institution, or whatever the hell we are, the hunters, then basically you're disposable, and I'll kill you. You're a fucking state secret at that point. So, it's amazing. I love where it's going. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's definitely going down that feely path, and I love how this series has this tendency to balance both the uber gory battles and this really slice of lifey style stuff that we're seeing in this chapter. I've said it time and time again that very few manga can do this really well, and this is one of them that tends to do it rather well. So seeing this like moment here where he's essentially testing her bullshit and seeing if, I'm using you. I use you so I can get close to you, so I can steal your heart, because everybody wants the chainsaw's heart, but nobody gives a fuck about Denji's heart.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and Denji, he's stubborn. He wants to believe that it's real. Because, I'm that stubborn, too. Watching their romantic moments, I want to believe it's real, too, because there was something special there. It was really special. And I'm right there with Denji, like, no, there's got to be something. Right. And I think his plan is pretty smart. Like, hey, I'll show up there, and if you do, then, if you show up, there's no denying it anymore. There's no reason for you to show up there unless you feel something for me, or unless she walks in there and immediately starts trying to kill him again. Right. She feels some shit. Like, if she walks in there and says one goddamn word to him before trying to kill him, there's something going on.
Exactly. So the next few chapters are going to be super, super feely, and we're going to see how much he means that line of bullshit, or if that is even bullshit. And hopefully there's something there, because it was really wholesome, that romance. As awkward as it was that awkward first romance, that first love, essentially, really. Mm-hmm. So we're really
sure you, as a Life is Strange fan, because it certainly gave me Life is Strange vibes. Yeah. Them just messing around in the abandoned school and shit, like teen years type stuff.
Oh yeah, it definitely had that Chloe Max, let's go swimming here, blah blah blah. It gave me a little bit of that vibe too. So I love the wholesome. As much of a filthy piece of shit as I am, I love the wholesome too.
Oh yeah, this series is just, you're right about it being able to balance those things so well, and like now we're gonna have both probably perfectly melded together, because this series could go two different ways, and like it takes a lot to get to a point where a series is truly unpredictable, right? Because like, in, let's say, I'm trying to think of a good example here. Like, just your average, pick a shonen, right? Like, most series, it's like, you have an idea where the end goal is going to be. Like, okay, well, Luffy's going to end up the Pirate King, Naruto's going to end up the Hokage. You could go on and on, right? But, like, with Denji, I have no fucking idea I have no fucking idea what his endpoint as a character is. This series could end with him dying. No. This series could end with him being elected the fucking president. I have no idea. And I'm not even kidding when I say that, because look at this series. It could totally happen.
It could. It really fucking could. And that's what's so goddamn beautiful about this series. Like, I make the joke, like, I hate that I can't predict
any
path.
I can't predict.
but it's also something that I love because we're so used to a formulaic bullshit series at this point from Shonen, from Shueisha as a whole, really. Like, everything has to have this formula, really. You see Deku, you see fucking Asi, you see Naruto, Boruto, you're fucking Koruto in the future. Who knows at this point? You know they're gonna milk that series into oblivion.
Who knows? Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, and because like, and the reason I brought that up, that unpredictability, is that like, right now we're at a crossroads in this series, okay? Because two things can happen. One, like he could get there, and they could run away. Like, they could legit run away together, and that could be the series now. Them exploring the world together, running away from Makima and whoever she fucking hires to kill him. That could totally be the series from now on. But on the flip side, it could also be that she doesn't show up, and he goes back to his normal life, realizing that, well, I guess I did just get duped, and then he has a big character development moment, being like, well, I can't be that dumb anymore, right? There's so many ways it can go.
Denji not dumb? Come on.
Well, I'm not saying he's not going to be dumb in other areas, but maybe like harden his heart a bit more. Not just trust everyone.
Trust every whammon.
Oh yeah, I mean he's got to, I don't know, like he's got to realize, like, I don't know, he's got to find that middle balance. Ideally, that he doesn't just trust any pretty whammon that says they like him, but also not completely close himself off either. But like I said, what's interesting about this is it really could, like, it, because I was talking to Andy about this, my other friend that reads the series, and he was like, yeah, like, this series, it genuinely could go down the path of them just running away together. Like, that's a thing that could happen, and that'd be fascinating.
It really would. Like, see, I don't know how to feel about the Runaway manga because it's so comic-y. Because you see it, ironically, in the Runaways, you see that ironically in, like, fucking every, like, fucking turn of the age style, your teen Avengers, you see the budding romance, oh, we're going to leave this group and join this group. So the comic fan in me hates that, but the manga fan in me loves that they're taking, inspiration from that kind of comic. And the thing about the Japanese style is they can do it so much more unique instead of, oh, we have to fill this sales quota this week or our series is axed.
Yeah,
but on the other hand, we also have that risk in Japan and manga with the fucking ranking system. So it's going to divide the fans really badly if they go down the let's run away together and be free. And if it's shit, you're going to see the series start to tank and be on that risk to, hear, well, now we're tanking down to Samurai 8 levels, which, by the way, why the fuck is that still a thing?
We all know why it's still a thing. It's being written by an important person.
Yeah, but it's going to get down to that level, and then we're going to see, can it survive on volume sales? Can it survive here? Or if we go down the hardening of the heart path, we're going to see, a little bit more of this, metal style. Now I just want to focus solely on hunting down the shards of the Gun Devil until we get to some epic fucking death metal style battle where there's blood, guts, and viscera all over, and it's just going to be glorious.
So should I take that to say that you're on the side that he doesn't run away with Rize here?
Part of me wants to see that, though. I'm torn. I'm fucking torn here. Part of me wants to go down the let's slaughter everything path, but the other part of me, like, I want that wholesome.
Well, obviously, looking at I know that you can't judge everything based off of his previous series, but looking at the other series he's done, like, he, at least, and it's not like, there's not multiple to my knowledge, so we can't, like, make, like, a consistent, like, track record, but, like, his last series was on the shorter side. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, are we getting to a point where he's got to start wrapping things up? And by wrapping things up, I mean setting up the end, right? Mm-hmm. So, like maybe he's at, like, halfway point right now, and then, like, who knows? Like, so, like, if that's the case, then things probably would have to start changing in the plot, like, things would have to start moving to a different direction to set up something at the end.
Fire Punch lasted 83 chapters.
Yeah, see? And that's crazy. That would mean we're already over half if it's anything like Fire Punch.
Yeah, and he's done, like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 series, technically.
Oh, wow.
but none of them have an actual wiki besides Chainsaw Man and
Fire Punch, I
fucking
assume.
Fire Punch. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, he's only done short series in the past, so I don't know. I think that, like I said, though, I see this as a crossroads for the series. I don't know. I'll be very curious to see what direction the author takes it, because it will determine where the series goes from here, and what role Makima plays, because Makima right now is just kind of like this weird, like parental force for Denji with like creepy tendencies, but like she could, if they run away, she could legit become like a villain.
Yeah.
Yes, and I would love that. So I don't know. I think no matter what direction it goes, I trust this author that it'll be awesome, personally.
Oh yeah, definitely. I trust him completely here. So yeah. Yeah.
Final thoughts for you?
Keep up the good work. Like, legitimately, I have no way of predicting the series anymore. I give up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still give weird little guesses, but like, yeah, I mean, I have no problem being wrong. I mean, I don't think it's just like how people get on game theory all the time, like, oh, none of his theories are ever right. It's like, yeah, but they're for fun. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, they're definitely for fun. It's just like, at this point, until we know what way we're going, like, are we going the wholesome or are we going the metal? Like,
I mean, why not both? I don't see a reason. If they run away, it doesn't mean it's just going to be wholesome. Like, I'm sure there'll be metal battles along the way.
oh yeah, there's definitely going to be battles, but are we going to see friends turn on ninja? Are we going to see, are we going to see the fucking division split? Are we going to see, because Beam's going to just be bitch boy down there in the corner. Oh, Chainsaw, take me with you.
Well, yeah, Denji and Rize run away, and then Bean becomes their son. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's happening.
Yep.
Our dumb shark child.
At this point, why the fuck not? No,
oh my god! Like, the classic fucking, like, Prince and the princess riding off into the sunset on their noble steed. It's Denji and fucking Rize riding off on a shark into the. That's the fucking end screen of the manga right there. Also,
yes.
Confirmed he's alive. Everyone was thinking he was gonna die, but I mean, he must have been alive to rev the engine for Denji, like he said.
Oh, he revs his engine, all right.
Yeah, Bean, rev my engine. Starts diddling his asshole. Wrong engine.
Maybe later, Bean.
Pulls on his dick. Other wrong engine.
What do you want from me? What will it take for you to love me, damn it?
Bean's just like genuinely confused. Like, I don't know where else you want me to pull, bro.
The chain, you
the
moron!
Obvious pull thing on my chest.
Oh, that thing.
That's funny. Wow.
And with that, peace.
Yep. Okay. Bye.